Hey everybody, I want to talk about yet a different approach to post-abuse, dating, moving on, moving forward with your life, looking for relationships, etc. I've come at this from multiple angles. I've talked about how to detox your life by telling people no, by being the event planner, by having a weekly activity that you do, something that costs you money to invest in yourself so you'll take it seriously. I've talked about signs on how to move on, how to know when you're not necessarily ready to move on so much as how to know when you're actually when you actually possess the most you can offer someone else. So when you personally are at your best and have the most to offer somebody, how to identify that time in your life. But I still think that there's a bit of a gap and a bit of a hole in the material that I've put out there. And that is, scheduling the time, the place, and the venue, the hunting ground, and how to pick your hunting ground, okay? So it's almost like the anti-dating mindset, okay? And I'm not talking about sitting at home, smoking a spliff and banging on a bongo drum you bought from Michael's. I'm talking about, how to actually hunt for a mate properly in a way that is also safe, secure, and efficient. And by efficient, I mean costs you very little time invested, very little money invested, with a high probability of having a quality person. And it's counterintuitive, and I'll say this is not something that's going to be universally applicable to everyone all the time. Switch this around in your head, determine if this is right for you. It might not be. Okay? The thing is, if you want to meet someone that is high quality, someone with whom a chance of a long-term relationship exists, and someone with whom you have genuine chemistry, this is what you do. You do not date in the evenings. You do not date on the weekends. I'm going to let that sink in for a second because it sounds really, really stupid. Think about this. That's the time of day when your judgment is at its worst. That's when you go out, you have a couple of drinks, and nobody ever says, damn, you know what? Einstein didn't come and be like, you know what? Like, I went out with Marilyn Monroe for a couple of drinks and boom, relativity. No. Okay? You don't make good decisions by the numbers in the evenings. Even if you're not on a date, like even if you're just, in your daily routines, are you solving complex, challenging problems at night? Well, I mean, if you're a college student, maybe, yeah. But again, like I said, this may not apply to everybody. For those of us in the workforce working, or if you're a parent with a career and you're waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, shoveling children out the door, jumping in the car, driving to work, working all day, coming home, shoveling children back through the door, shoveling food in their mouths, shoveling them into the bathtub, shoveling them to the table to do the homework, shoveling them into the bed, child shoveling, right? Then when you actually have time to dedicate to yourselves in the evenings, you're not sitting down and solving calculus, right? And so even whenever you do find an evening to go out, you're not looking to make smart decisions. You're just looking to cut loose and have fun. And the very definition of cutting loose and having fun means not worrying about your judgments and just going by the way you feel. So if you're actually wanting to find a quality partner, as someone with whom there's long-term relationship potential, don't do your hunting on the nights and the weekends. Because it's not just about you, it's about everybody else's judgments too. Okay, so if you're going out looking to blow off steam and cut loose, what's going to happen? You're going to find somebody else who's also looking to go out, have a good time, blow off steam, and cut loose. Okay? And just because two people have that in common doesn't necessarily mean there's chemistry. See what I mean? You say, well, when the hell am I supposed to get it done? This is what I suggest. Okay? Something I don't talk about too much. But, my little trifecta of how to of getting toxic people out of your life by telling people no, by being the one who makes plans and extends invitations, and then that crucial number 3 of enroll yourself in an activity that is at least once a week that costs you a fair amount of money, so that enough money where you will take it seriously and not blow it off, right? That last little piece, that's your that number 3. That's how you. That's where this comes into play. Okay, that's going to help you. My suggestion is make your evenings and weekends about your personal pursuit. They call it having a purpose. Your purpose, right? So figure out your purpose. I listen to some motivational channels. So they always say, find your purpose, stay on your purpose, don't get distracted from your purpose, know your purpose, wake up to your purpose, porpoise, dolphins, right? So dedicate your evenings and weekends to you first, okay? That is a much better use of your time than going out blowing off steam and fucking people you'll regret. Right? Instead of using the evenings and weekends to blow off steam, use the evenings and weekends to build yourself up. So how do you find people? Well, during your purpose and the execution of your purpose activities, you want to look for like-minded individuals and network and link up and pool and share resources on your purpose. And then when you've got decent enough relationships with other people who are of the same purpose, or in that swimming in that general water, you meet for lunch and you run day game, to use pickup art terms. It's about day game, it's not about night game. Okay, you use day game to get phone numbers for night game, where you get a phone number and then you secure someone to go have sex with, right? So night game's out. You want to use your day game, meet people over lunch, leave the office early, do things related to your purpose, develop your relationships that way. Okay? And then, if one thing leads to another, you have a much, much clearer, a much more informed opinion of someone as whether or not they are good relationship material. Okay? Because if both of you are on purpose, let's say you're doing jujitsu, right? And you meet somebody at jujitsu, and y'all want to go, I don't know, to a jujitsu competition or some shit, I don't know, something during the day, and they get their ass kicked, or you see them behaving unsportsmanlike, saying that motherfucker, just losing their shit. There's your sign. That's somebody that that's somebody that relationship would have ended badly, right? Just stay out of bars, stay out of night dates. If jiu-jitsu is your thing, and somebody says, "Hey, you want to go catch dinner?" and be like, "Actually, no, I'm going and doing jiu-jitsu. I do jiu-jitsu a lot, and then on the nights when I'm not doing jiu-jitsu, I'm at the gym in the evenings doing, Pilates, yoga, whatever, CrossFit, whatever tickles your pickle, like when somebody's hitting you up for time for a date, don't give them an evening. You say, you know, I want to hang out with you too, but my evenings are not a possibility for me. We can do lunch, and if you meet somebody doing jujitsu or, you know, pottery, or you know, let's say you're into antiques. I have sort of a weird semi-side hobby of restoring cast iron, right? So if I meet somebody, you know, in my cast iron circles or whatever, and they're like, oh, hey, you're a cool guy, and I love your beard. And I'll be like, well, first, you're a liar, but cool. And I say, you know, we should hang out sometime. Well, I'm going to the antique mall on Thursday to go see if I can find some Griswold number 8 skillets to refinish. We should meet up there and have some lunch and see what kind of cast iron they got. Okay? Get to know somebody that way, through your personal purpose. And then you'll see how well they do or don't do, and how their purpose aligns with yours. And if they're intolerable, then you dodge that bullet. So, as I said in the beginning, this may not be for everybody, and maybe you want to go out and be a slut puppy. That's fine, as long as you're doing it on purpose. You know, go break off a piece a couple of times, and, you know, burn them and turn them, if that's your thing. But eventually, you're gonna get tired of introducing yourself over and over and over to people just to have sex with them. It gets old, it gets boring, and you start to realize that there's really no personal growth or development in that cycle. It distracts you from the pain, or it distracts you from whatever it is you're presently dealing with. But there's really there's nowhere forward in that approach. You have to start taking a deeper look at people and qualifying people at a much deeper level. You can't do that when you're drunk, okay? Because the deepest you're going to dig is past the bra or the sack, shaft, wherever your hand goes, okay? That's the only evaluating you're going to be doing if you're drinking, okay? Don't do that. Find somebody who is of quality, whose purpose aligns with yours, and who's not an intolerable douchebag. And then do lunch. Meet them during the day, and keep your zipper up until you're satisfied that this is someone with serious relationship potential. Then go out one night and get drunk and drop your pants, okay? And I'm out of time. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, or share. Like I said, I think this probably only works for some people in certain walks of life. The slut puppy phase is a perfectly valid one when you're rebounding. Everybody's done it. If that's you, this probably won't work for you until you've got it out of your system. But eventually that day will come. So hopefully one day you're sober and you remember this video and you come scrolling back. So again, thank you very much. I always love to hear from people in the comments. Do please sound off. I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think. So then I'll see you guys on the next video.